Hello guys, and very welcome to this video. And today the energy prices are so cheap, so I had a plan here to just disconnect my system from the grid for the rest of this day and also a bit into tomorrow there. And the situation right now is that I am planning to cook some dinner, and I am also going to charge my old city streamer over there. I think that the load on the system will be around 5 to maybe 10 kilowatt. Pretty much perfect conditions here to try this system out here. So I have a Solax hybrid inverter, 15 kilowatt on that one, and I have a homemade battery from a Volkswagen ID3, and the voltage on that battery is around 400 volts, the nominal voltage there. So I think that when I have switched to off-grid here, I need to go out in my garage or down in my basement and switch some switches, because my garage are not connected directly to the off-grid side. It's connected to the heavy load side. So I need to switch over that, so that will also later on be hooked up to the off-grid side, because I have my well pump on 3-phase out in that garage. I mean, the well pump don't take so much, but my compressor out there are rated to, the motor there is rated to 4 kilowatt, and when that motor starts up, it takes a lot of power from my inverter, and I think that that's just unnecessary when everything is working here. But now I will just flip that switch and go over to off-grid mode. And by the way, there is one more really important thing. If you try to do this by yourself, you need your own ground rod to do this correctly. Let's switch this breaker. So let's go to the back side of my house here. Here I have my old battery house when I had this, had my 48 volt battery. Now I don't have anything in there anymore. And well, there are my high voltage battery from that Volkswagen ID3. I just put it on a trailer inside of a insulated box that looks like an old 9 volts battery there. Right? So here are my electrical panel or fuse box or whatever you call it. And here is the main switch for the production. So now I will just switch this one. Now, I don't do this so often. And I don't think that my system automatically went over in EPS mode or in off-grid mode. Let's take a look at my lawn mower here. The charging station, yes, it's black. And that was a little expected, because my system has not been using the battery the latest, I think it's now 3 weeks or something, because the energy prices has been so cheap. So it is actually cheaper to be connected to the grid than use my battery. So I will just go down and reset the breakers for the battery, so the inverter will start to take power from my battery instead. I'm really not sure why it's doing like this, but it's probably a safety thing, so it don't just go in off-grid mode when it's still connected to the grid. I don't know actually really why, because in my world I would like it to do this completely automatically, of course. Let me just switch those battery breakers. So here we are, and I have my battery switch in here. So no, we don't have anything. It's completely turned off, and I don't even have power from my solar panels. The solar panels are only grid lost fault. Okay. And the battery voltage is dropping because I have disconnected it, so that's pretty much how it should be. So let's turn on the battery again, and now it's waiting, and it is in EPS mode, and now I can hear my battery power low. That was new. Strange. So I have now disconnected my house from this inverter, and I will try to reset everything. So battery power off again. Okay, now it's completely dead. So battery power on. Okay. No, this is simply not working. So I need to go over to grid power again. That is not good at all. Really, really strange. Let's turn it. And we are now back in power again. And my trackers think that it is morning. So I have to reset them later on. Well, it's keep on saying idle, and for no reason whatsoever. I mean, the voltage is good. Okay, that I am using a lead acid battery mode here, but that should not be the reason why it's go into idle. Well, this was not my plan at all. My plan was to go off-grid and show you guys with this video how well this system is working, but obviously it is not working so well at all. And I think that I have to search a little bit more about this before I do anything else. I have seen this earlier. Oh, no, now it starts to checking. Okay, 1 minute from now. This is normal, so probably that it is going to take power from the battery again. Or maybe not, because the prices are so low, so it will probably just take power from the grid. But I'm not sure that the home assistant system are up and running yet after this power outage. So we just have to wait. I'm sorry if this is boring, but for me it's pretty interesting anyway. 20 seconds from now. Come on, come on, come on. 10 seconds. And we are back to normal. And you know what? I think that I should go out there and disconnect the grid again and see what's happened, because I have seen this idle in the nighttime when I don't have any sun, or and still have the battery hooked up to it. I'm not sure why, but I have seen it the last couple of nights here, and I think that it's because I have been disconnected from my battery for such a long time actually. So I will go out here again and disconnect it, and I know that we will have a transfer time at around 1 or 2 seconds. It's pretty long time there, because the clocks and stuff will just reset itself, but it's better to have 1 or 2 seconds of delay than not have any power at all. So let's do this again. Yeah, no, I think it's working. So let's go down again. No. What shit is this? Well, I don't have time for this, because I need to do dinner, and my wife is going to a party this evening, so she really would like to have some food before she goes away. So I'll come back to you later. No, she's on the right place. So I am on my way down in the basement again, because I have now turned off all the automations, and I also forgot to turn on the light here. Stupid me. So, oh shit, I'm on my, oh, okay. So we are back in the basement again, and I will also unplug it like so, so we don't have any communication between, so we don't have any communication between the inverter and the home assistant automation systems here, because I think that maybe that will disturb this off-grid stuff. Maybe, I don't know. We have to see about that. And I will go out here in my socks and try to, wow, that's wet. So I think that I will reach it around the corner here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's go down here again and see what is going on. And it says EPS waiting again. All right, I now have my shoes on again, and it still says waiting. Okay, I don't have time to wait, so I need to turn on the power again. And we have green light in that one, so we are back to grid power. I'm glad that I find this out now when the energy prices are as low as they are, because it's not so fun to see that when you really need your system to go on battery there. So I have to check this up. So it's dinner time. Jag tror jag kom på felet. Oh, I think I know why it's not working. I think that the discharge current is set to 0. Stupid me. I have to check that. I have to check this. No, it's still not working. What the? Why? And no, it is still not working. I am so disappointed. So, it's much later now. I have left my wife at the party, and I have been thinking. And I think I know what is going on here. So I have now set up everything again. So I am now at grid power only, and I have my battery connected to my inverter, and I have reset everything, and I have also disconnect my Modbus communication once again between the inverter and the home assistant system there. I will turn on the light here so you can see the transfer time, because I'm pretty sure that it will, come on, hello, okay, I'm pretty sure that it will work this time. So I will try to, let me zoom out here, so I will have the switch here so you can see how fast it will, or actually how slow it will switch over to EPS mode or off-grid mode. So here we go, guys. 3, 2. By the way, have you subscribed yet? I know it's easy to forget. Please push that button over there. Thank you, guys, and give me a thumbs up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yes, that was a great feeling. 1 second, almost, maybe a little shorter. My God, almost 4 hours later, and it's finally working. So, EPS mode, that's a great view there. Okay, so what do we pull? System status, and we will not have anything from the PV right now because it's too dark outside. And we are draining the battery with, draining the battery with 0.5 amps. There is the battery temp, and there is the actual voltage, or watts that will go out from the battery right now. And come on, those touch buttons are so crappy. So if you buy one of those inverters, make sure that you can control it from Solax Cloud or a home assistant system, because those buttons, they are not so sensitive. Right now it's working just fine, but sometimes you have to press them a bunch of times before it starts to work. All right, it is in EPS mode, and it is working just fine at the moment. All right, guys, it is now working, and I am able to go off-grid with my system here. And I will try to explain this for you guys. First of all, I am back to grid power now because the energy prices are pretty much zero at the moment, and I really needed to charge my car, so I will go off grid again in a few hours when my car is charged back up again. So, however, the problem here is I don't really know how to explain it, but I will try as good as I can. First of all, the discharge current was set to 0 amps. And my first thought here was that, of course, the system will sense that the grid power is lost, and automatically it will just start to take power from my battery. But that is not going to happen. So, well, I was up there and eating dinner, and suddenly I just realized that maybe I have to set the discharge current because it's now at 0 amps. So I rushed down here again and set that discharge current back up to 30 amps, and that's the maximum amps that this inverter can take from the battery. So I just turned off the grid power again, and still there was no off-grid power to my house. So I started to get really confused and almost a little bit angry there, because I didn't understand what was going on here. I want to be off-grid. So I was driving my wife down to the party that she are at right now, and on my way back home again, I just realized that is it so that my system here are now sensing that the energy prices are so low that it automatically turn the power or the amps down to 0 again. And I went into my home assistant system and checked my settings, and yes, it set the amps down to 0 again. So I just turned off the automations and set the inverter back to 30 amps of discharge current. And then I switched the grid power, and the inverter started to take power from the battery, and my house was able to go off-grid again. But I know what you're thinking. Isn't this system smart enough to sense that the grid fails? Obviously it is, but it don't have the time to transfer that information to the inverter, and the inverter don't have the time to react before we go out of power. Because when the grid fails, we have almost 1 second of transfer switch delay, and that second is enough for everything to stop working. And of course this one is completely out of power directly, so this won't send anything to this Solax hybrid inverter. Now it's pretty logic, right? But it wasn't that logic around 3 hours ago. I can promise you that. So anyway, I will now try this system in off-grid mode for this night and also to tomorrow, just to make sure that everything is working. So when the sun rises there, I hopefully will see that the sun starts to charge my battery again. So I will probably do a little shorter video tomorrow as a quick update on this video, just to make sure and show you guys how well it is working or how many issues I had during that time. So let's see about that tomorrow, but for now I am simply just going to check out and take the evening and maybe take a beer, however. So thank you guys for watching this video, and again, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of me. Give me a thumbs up and see you next time. Take care and goodbye.